Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us for our third show of your Tuesday. It's definitely Tuesday today, isn't it? I was getting very confused earlier on. But yes, we're here for another launch day. We are Launch a Go-Go currently, as you know, as part of our Christmas in the Making event. So many brilliant launches, and I think we have more than lived up to the reputation I gave this at the start of the whole event, saying it was the best Christmas offering of products that I think we've ever done, and that just continues today. We have launched, well, we are launching now. We had a preview earlier on of the Christmas 3D embossing folders, and the clamour for these on the preview show was off the chart. The Showstoppers have been flying out of the window, and what's so lovely about this is that you've got Showstopper options available in the US. If you're in the UK or the EU, you can pick and choose, and it is just such a versatile collection. And if you have been shopping until you've been dropping over the course of the last 3 weeks, and you're looking and the money's a little bit like, oh, it's a nicely priced bundle as well, is all I will say. We have got a brilliant show lined up for you. We'll give you all the information you need, and please chat along with us. Ask those questions. If you've got any requests of things you want to see with these embossing folders, any techniques, anything you want to know, then please ask. We had a brilliantly interactive wake-up call, so please get in touch within this show. Buy early, sit back, relax, get the questions and the requests in. That's my tip from the top, because we've got one of the very best in the business. The Moss to my sizeall, and she was on fine form earlier, and I'm expecting more of the same, is the one and only Leann Chivers. How art thou?
I am feeling glorious, Ben,
yes,
because I'm here today with you. It's always a lovely place to be.
Pleasure.
And we've got these fantastic 3D embossing folders, and I think they're exceptional. I love a 3D embossing folder. We'll wax lyrical about them in a little minute, but I think in terms of having something which packs a punch, makes a statement, looks incredible on your Christmas mix, but is very simple to do, these are them.
This is it. And as we said earlier on, and I'll say it again because Leann really liked it. So when Leann likes something I say it again, because it makes me feel good. With the embossing folders, right, what I find is they can be like, in the chorus line, they can play a little cameo as far as your projects are concerned, or they can be the starring role, like the headline act on the poster outside the theatre or the movies. That's the great thing about embossing folders, Leann, isn't it? Their versatility, and you've got that again with this collection. Absolutely,
and I adore that analogy, Ben, I really do, because they can be in the background. Like, for example, if you bought Candlelight Christmas, if you bought the Nutcracker yesterday, you can, when you see the designs, you can have some of these lovely designs in the background with all of that main imagery, so they play that background part. But equally, you got to see the demonstrations that I do today, which make them the hero and the lead in the part. So it is, I think, embossing folders, I say this all the time, one of the most versatile things that you will ever have in your craft stash.
And the lovely thing about these as well, and I've said it about all the Christmas launches, if these aren't time-stamped, for Christmas 2025, these are embossing folders that you'll use this year, next year, the year after, 10 years, 15 years down the line, and that is the brilliant thing and why these are so versatile. Let's get the details up, and then we'll say a few hellos. I'll get Leann to show you through the board, show you through some finished samples, and we'll talk you all around the Showstopper. But this is that 20-piece Showstopper option. This is the one to 100% go for if you are in the US. You can pick and choose in the US. If you want to buy individuals, of course you can, but you will incur tariffs. This is the way to go to get all of the brand new embossing folders in the 2 different sizes, and you get it tariff-free as well. This is on another pre-order, just to mention. This will be shipping from the 11th of August, so not long to wait now. It is August on Friday. It's crazy, isn't it? It is crazy. But if you're in the UK and the EU and you want to pick and choose, obviously feel free to buy individuals, make smaller bundles, or indeed go for the non-Showstopper option. If you want just the new folders on their own, you can do that. A few quick hellos and then we'll get round it. Jan is on the socials with you, so any questions and comments, you'll feed those through to us here in the studio. Trudy joins us in Florida. Bonnie says hello from Newcastle. Lois is in Ohio. Janice is in Stoke-on-Trent. Wendy Graham says hi to Leann, Ben and team. Hello to Paul Prince in South Carolina. And Bren W, 747, says good morning from a sunny Erie, Pennsylvania. I love that name, Erie. Alison Mason's in. Stephen Nicole and Linny Jones says good afternoon, everyone. Fab to see Leann and Ben as always. Please can we have a paper made out of Leann's shirt? I would love it in a variety of colours, please. First request.
is it the main body or is it the sleeve? Which one are you after? And then I'm sure I can make that happen for you.
Can you imagine that? Just a paper pad called Leann's shirt. I can see that happening in the future. We could have like mini Leanns, like the dolls, the ladies through the ages, and we could decorate you with like different costumes and outfits.
You could.
Yep,
You
Leann through the
could.
ages. Thank you to Shirley who's ordered on The Way You Say, and Pat Demarest joins us as well. These important folders, you say, are just lovely. There's 126 Showstoppers left, so let's show you what you're going to get. First of all, Leann, take us around these folders because they are tremendous.
They are tremendous. Now what we've got is 3 5x7 and 3 5.5-inch square for you, which is great because you've got that big oblong and the square, so that you've got whatever kind or style, shape of card you want to do covered.
Yeah.
These folders are absolutely incredible because the detail on here when they're 3D embossed is absolutely exceptional. You can see how incredible it is. The detail is absolutely off the chart. They really do feel like sculpted metal. Look how incredible that is. It feels sculpted, and what you can see is multi-level embossing there. Yeah. So for example, this bauble at the top here with the circle and the swirls, you can see the base level of the bauble and then a higher level with the dots, higher again with the lines, higher again with the swirls. 5 different levels of emboss on here, and deboss that you can see on the star there, which is absolutely exceptional. The designs are snippable, they're fussy cuttable, they're decoupageable, they're colourable, they're inkable, they're do them on their ownable, they're whatever you wantable, all in one folder. They're absolutely superb. When you see what they look like when they're coloured in, and this is just with watercolour. I showed you this in Wake Up Call this morning, and we can look at it again. Absolutely brilliant, and that is for the most inexperienced beginner crafter can do that effortlessly. Now, this design I absolutely adore. This is Flourishing Holly. Look at how beautiful that is with those leaves and berries. Colour it in, use your watercolours, and it's just absolutely exquisite. I think if you bought Candlelight Christmas, this will complement
100%.
Candlelight Christmas. Brilliant. Imagine those 3 candles that you bought just in the corner with all of that beautiful foliage in the background. It's going to look exceptional. Another one, if you got Candlelight Christmas, or in fact Retro Christmas with this one, and in fact yesterday as well, the Nutcracker, this one would go with all of them. That brilliant mistletoe. Mistletoe, I think, is a very underutilised foliage at Christmas. I really do love it. Looks so elegant and so classy when it's coloured. A little bit of glitter on those berries, and it's just got a little bit of frost and gorgeousness in there. It's beautiful. I don't think there is any glitter on there, but I would be glittering them. They look absolutely beautiful. Now, that's the 5x7 designs. Moving on to the 5.5 square designs for you. Look at that snowflake. The levels of dimension in there, the sculpted approach to those snowflakes, which are absolutely, the detail in a 3D folder, the depth, absolutely off the chart fantastic. Once that's coloured in, and we've used it with the glitter pastes in this occasion, and this is the first one I'm going to show you in this lawn shower, how to achieve all of that gorgeous detail with the glitter paints. It's absolutely incredible. This again is Christmas foliage. This, for me, with Candlelight Christmas, would be absolutely brilliant because look at that once it's coloured in. It is traditional, it's nostalgic, it's vintage, it's all of the things you would expect of Christmas. Use it with your candlelight collection. The poinsettias, absolutely beautiful. Now, poinsettias can be made in any colour. Do these in pale pinks and use them with the collection from the Nutcracker yesterday, and that is going to look absolutely stunning. When you see it coloured,
that's incredible.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. And that's just with some watercolour. I think these set of 6 folders, the 3 oblong and the 3 square, the 5x7 and the 5.5 square, some of the nicest 3D designs I've ever seen in a folder. But the thing I love about all of those, not time sensitive. You can take these out next year and use them. You can take them out the year after, the year after, the year after. Take them out in 10 years. They're still going to be relevant because for all the designs have been moved on from previous ranges we've done, the style is going to be timeless. So you're going to be using these for an awful long time to come.
And listen, if you go for the Showstopper as well, the deal doesn't stop there, because you get all of this added into your basket as well. So we're going to give you 3 of our opaque pigment ink pads. You've got Midnight, you've got your Seal Brown, and then you've also got that smoked emerald as well. We give you a bottle of your tacky glue, plus you're going to get 8 sheets of cardstock included in here as well. This is the beautiful Star Dream cardstock that you've got in green, in the red, you've got copper, and then the silver there as well. You're getting 2 sheets of each of that 285 GSM double-sided cardstock with that beautiful sheen finish. And we're also going to give you your Christmas 3D embossing folders lookbook as well. So that's just full of more inspiration, hints and tips and ideas in there too, and that will come in your Showstopper as well. £48 or $68. It is tariff-free for US viewers, is that Showstopper. UK and EU, if you want to go individually or pick and choose, then you've got that option. And I know we're going to be using the glitter paint palette in this show, but in the last show, which you should 100% go back and watch, Wake Up Call, Leann was using the watercolour palette. That is in... I think this is ridiculously priced, really, when you consider you're getting your 48 colour watercolour palette. Alongside that, there it is. It's the shadow mark.
The shadow mark.
Yeah. So this allows you to like stamp down an image, and then you use your paints to paint it, and then you can heat it, can't you, to get rid of the lights. So it looks like you've actually watercoloured yourself, like a pro. Like a pro. Yeah. I literally, up until yesterday, I'd never held this in my hand. I get very excited about the smallest things. And then you're also going to get your selection of brushes included in here as well. So you've got your Royal & Langnickel brush alongside the 5 brushes from the Crafter's Companion range, which are your 0, 3, 5, 8 and 10. Should be nearly £52, $64, tariff-free as well on that. So that is £32 or $40 if you want to jump in and grab that. A lot of people were buying that earlier on alongside the collection. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through as well. Jeffrey's joined us. Hi to Faye Smith and Kath Gorton. Love seeing this morning's demo, she says. Looking forward to this show. Linny says, read the cardstock from your shirt. Sleeve and body version, please. Dots of different sizes would be ideal. Okay, leave it with me. Your wish is my command. Hi to Avril, good afternoon. Looking forward to seeing what Leann is going to show us in this afternoon's show. Wendy Graham's bought the embossing folders. Thank you, Wendy. Bonnie says, what about DIY decoupage layering using embossed card? Fussy cutting and layering it up using 3D foam and a roll to have multiple layers. We could call it 4D embossing. Ooh. So snipping out elements of your 3D and then decoupaging it on top. Ooh. I like it. Ooh. Lee Allen's joined us. Jane Quigley's with us. Lee's in Calgary, Canada. And Michael Adams is with us saying, good afternoon to Ben and Leann. Hugs from Michael and Stephanie. And Karen says, good morning from Hampton Roads, Virginia. Watching whilst the robo vacuum runs. Getting our pug nursery ready for next week. Our Annabelle will be having 9 puppies. Oh. Have these in my cart. I wasn't going to order, but the deal is too good to pass up. Does that mean then you'll have 17 pugs, Karen? Because I think you've got 8 already, haven't you? Is it called a grumble of pugs? I think it is. 17 pugs. 17 pugs. Wow. I mean, we love dogs, but that would be like herding cats, wouldn't it? I think it would actually, yeah, like rounding them up. Hi to Trudy, who's joined us, and also Carolyn, who says, yet again, I was convinced I didn't need this, and yet again, I was wrong. I've ordered the collection just now. Right. Questions, comments, requests, please, but we're going to set Leann on her merry way, I think. Are we going to go straight into the first demo? We're going straight for the snowflake. Okay. Let me just get the finished card, actually. I've put that over here. Because we did the bauble earlier, didn't we, when we did this? Mm-hmm. And we did all of the little different bits of colour, and that's dried off now. So we did the bauble. So I thought, you know what, let's have a look at the snowflake, but using the glitter paint this time, because I think that will be equally fabulous. Yeah, so let's start, because there was a lot of love for this, and I think this might be the most popular individual folder, Ben. It certainly was initially, wasn't it? And I think it might still be, I'm not sure. Yeah. They'll let us know. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is start with our embossing folder. Now, when you're embossing with the 3D embossing folders, put the Crafter's Companion to the bottom so it reads backwards. And then put the surface that you want to be raised, embossed, facing up when you put your paper in the folder. And what that will do is put the reverse against the deboss
and the top again for the emboss, and you'll get the raised design facing forward.
Yes.
So if you want to do it on your matte mirror card, as you've seen on my boards, the back of the matte mirror card would be touching where it says Crafter's Companion backwards, and the surface, the shiny red bit, would be facing up.
Yes.
And that's how you get your emboss facing you. Close your folder, and then you can put that through your embossing machine. And when you're using your plates for your embossing machine, you're going for 3D folders. It's the white folder on the bottom, the magnetic on top of that, and your clear frosted shim on top of that. And then you run that through your Gemini or your Junior. These folders, the 5.5 square and the 5x7 folders, will work in your Gemini, your Junior, and your MIDI.
Nice.
And if you're using them in your MIDI, you don't need the addition of that purple shim. You just put the folder with the card straight through the MIDI, nothing else added. Nothing added? What's added?
Added.
Nothing else added.
Or added.
Okay. So when you take your card out,
Oh, look at that.
look at the, you can just see it there. Without me even wiggling at you so it catches the light, you can see just on that overhead camera how beautiful that is. But I'm going to turn it around because I know Jamie's an absolute whiz. And you can see the level of 3D emboss in that on white paper.
Do you know what, as well, I think, I love cards that are kind of stripped back and are just done simply. That on its own,
do you know what I
white.
would be doing with this? White. I would get a clear overlay pen.
Yeah.
And I would put that, in fact, we might do it. I'm doing it.
Oh, here she goes.
I'm doing it. I'm going rogue, Ben.
She is.
I've got a piece here, and I'm just going to put it through this folder, and I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Because it'll look incredible. Right,
Yeah.
I'm doing it, Ben.
You see, nobody quite knows what she's going to do, but she's going rogue.
Going rogue.
The Showstopper is proving very, very popular indeed. Just to say as well, well done if you managed to get that watercolour palette bundle, because that's already sold out. That is a warning shot fired. That's how busy we are. The palette's gone. Well done if you've got it.
What, the watercolour thing?
Yeah, it's gone.
With the 48 colours?
Gone. Sold out. You can get the shadow mark individually. I think that's $5.99, but the bundle, gone. Shows how busy we are.
Oh, I'm off. I'm over
she's
here.
off. She's
Sorry.
here, there, and
Hi.
everywhere.
Can I use your big brush that comes in the bundle?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you can't. It's sold out. No, only joking.
Oh, no.
What do you want, the big brush or the big...
The big flat brush.
That one?
That one, yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Right, so I'm keeping this to do me colouring with me glitter in a second.
Right.
I'm just going to do this extra bit, because look, this was a 5x7 bit of card. That was the bit I chopped off, but look, you can still use it. Partial design, just whack it in your folder anywhere, and you've got a bit that's cut out for a piece of card. So what I would do with that, Ben, is I'd get my water and I'd do a little misty waft.
Right.
Which is just a tiny bit of water like that, misty waft. And then you get your clear sparkle pen, right? And on the mat beside you, you're going to squeeze it out. So I'm just shaking it to wake it. So that means the glitter's all mixed in with the fluid.
Yeah.
And then I'm squeezing that out onto the mat. So I've got a big puddle of it. Right, there we go. Then I'm going to just pick this up and brush it straight on. And I'm just doing tone on tone. So this is just sparkle pen. Now, do you know what? You don't even have to put it on your glass mat if you don't want to.
No.
You can just go straight onto your cardstock, but be generous. Right, so I've got that on there. And then I'm just going to move that around. And I know Jamie's a genius. So once we've dried this...
Putting pressure on him now.
Right. Okay, I'm going to heat it, and then we're going to show you. Now, how quick was that? And when you see this, because I like tone-on-tone cards as well, just like white on white.
Yeah.
With a little bit of silver matting and layering, like a little silver border with some mirror card or some matte mirror card.
Yeah.
And when you see the sparkle that you're going to get off this, it's absolutely superb. Can I also say, for anybody in the UK where we can ship our spray and sparkle,
Had that on the show this morning.
aerosols, we're going to do that as well.
Oh, nice.
Because you can literally make the most beautiful pieces so quickly with those aerosol sprays. Just emboss the card and spray over the top of it, and you've got lovely pieces that you can use straight away with absolutely no effort at all. And the reason you can do that is because the design And the emboss from the embossing folder is absolutely exceptional. Now, Jamie, we're getting the sparkle. Hang on. There you go, pet.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see it yet?
Yes.
Can you? I can't because I haven't got my glasses on. All of that beautiful sparkle. Oops, sorry, my fault. All of that beautiful sparkle in there.
There you go.
From the glitter. He's getting himself sorted. He's lining himself up. There we go.
Give it a little.
There is the sparkle.
Oh, le sparkle.
Look at that.
So tray bomb.
Oh, look, it's beautiful. Just a little bit of white ribbon or silver ribbon, a little silver, gone wrong way, sorry, Jamie. Little silver matte layer on there.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely exceptional. It's so glittery. It's almost like making your own pearlescent card.
Yeah.
Ben, I'm going to pass that to you so you can see that, because seeing it in person is cameras don't do it justice.
Oh, yes.
There's your brush back.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, that is.
It's really lovely.
Do you know what? Sorry.
Come in.
Hi. The camera did not do that justice
It
at all.
doesn't, does it?
No. It looked sort of like patchy and a little bit here and there on the camera, but that is just like beautiful sparkle all the way through. Everywhere.
Yeah.
I give that a big thumbs up.
Thank you.
Do you need that back?
Ben, thumbs up. No, you can keep it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Use it on a Christmas card.
Oh, I might do.
Right. So I'm going to start with number 5. Number 5 is my favourite for detail painting on embossing. You can go thinner with number 3. So if I find number 5's feeling a bit thick, for some of the very tiny detail, I'll go to my number 3 brush.
Yes.
So we've got our water. We've got, these are all the things you must have in your hand when you start. Piece of kitchen towel. That's a must. Clean water, a already activated glitter paint palette, which simply means I've wafty misted it. We will demonstrate a wafty mist.
Is that different to a misty waft?
Same as a misty waft, but the other way.
Okay.
A misty waft is a spray and waft. A wafty mist is a waft and spray. Just so you know the difference. Okay? Have we cleared that up for you?
100%.
Excellent news.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to start colouring one of these here, and let's just go with a lovely purple. Should we go with like a deep fuchsia or a lovely berry blue?
Just before you really move on as well, Jacqueline's just asking, could you use any colour of sparkle pen to do what you've just done?
Oh, yes, of course.
Right.
But do any colour you like.
There you go,
and
Jacqueline.
it'll look gorgeous. Absolutely. I just did it in that colour, so we were in the process of talking about tone-on-tone cards that we loved. Right, so I've used my paint, and I'm just, you can see, doing it similar to how I did this morning. I've already woken it up with some water, and then I'm just using my brush to mix that into a nice kind of thick cream consistency. And then with the tip of my brush, and if you've got lots of water left on the little silver bit of your brush there, I'm just taking that off but not taking any colour because I don't want it to drip. Then we just find the part of the folder that we want to paint. Can I just say, before I do that, actually, I want to do something else. Because can you see on this one, there's pale blue in the background.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do that bit first before I paint the detail. So I've got my blending brush, and then I've got my parakeet and my green topaz. And I'm just going to use my blending brush and bring in some of that lovely colour. I've got a drip of water there. And I advocate you do this first. Don't worry about the fact that you're picking up some of the detail. This is another great way of using these folders, actually, because all we're wanting is the colour to kind of meld into the background, and we're going to paint over the top of it.
Okay.
And we're painting over the top with quite dark colours. So it doesn't matter that it's going all over the top, but actually, look how beautiful that is. If you just wanted to do this as a card with some inking, how gorgeous is it?
Absolutely, yeah.
I might actually do one like that, Ben.
Oh, I see.
You know how we did the seashells the other week?
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah,
remember.
I might do one like that so you can see it. I think it would look incredible.
I feel like this is one of those shows where you're going to end up having like 3 of your 4 demos left because you're going to end up doing demos.
Yeah, I'm just making it up now.
Yeah, I like that though.
I'm just doing what I think you want to see.
Yeah.
So let me know if you don't.
yeah.
And I'll go back to the demo. Dear. Right, so that's one colour.
Producer Johnny's gone quiet anyway. I think
know,
he's just
exactly.
like, oh, she's off now.
So you know he's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time, Johnny, hasn't it? We've worked together, so he's like, oh, she's off on one.
Yeah.
And I'm just going in with a little bit of this blue over the top just to mix a new colour.
Are you up for a question whilst you're doing this?
Yeah, of course.
And it's a great one, which it hasn't been asked for ages. But Carolyn Eager says, hello, you lovely people. I don't know why I've never asked this question before, but what is the difference between a 2D and a 3D folder?
A 2D, oh, well, that's an excellent question. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Right, so a 2D folder has one level of emboss.
Yeah.
It has a low area and a high area. And the high area right across the folder is the same height. There's no undulation, there's no mid-ground, there's no above and beyond. A 3D folder has 5 levels of emboss. So you have the base, and then you have another 5 steps up. So you can have something 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, 4, which is what gives you the sculpt, and it gives you the different levels of detail. The baubles are an excellent example of that, where we've got lots of different emboss and deboss designs. So it's on this star, for example, you can see there the deboss line in the centre of the star, which takes it down to the base level, but then these are all up at level 5, which makes it feel very, very, very sculpted. You can see that there. And can you just see the shadow behind? So look, flat, first level of star, second level of star, deboss line, which is up at the 5th level. Here's another one here at the 3rd level in between. That gives you all of that real dimension, so it feels sculpted, not flat. That's the difference.
Great question, Carolyn. Thank you.
Brilliant question, Karen. Right, so I've just done that inking to give myself a little bit of background colour. I'm going to have a little bit of snowflake and just do some frost and just do some water flick. Okay, and then we'll just bleach that out. I would have left it longer in the real world, but we're going for speed so I can show you the maximum amount of stuff. Right, so that's that. Now I can start doing my detail painting. If I had done that after, the reason I stopped and did it first, if I had done that after my detail painting, when I rubbed it with the brush, I would have rubbed some of the glitter away. And I wanted to dry. So, and I want the glitter to be maximum. So I did that bit first and then go in with the detail painting. And do you know, to Jamie's point, that looks brilliant on its own. I think we're going to do one like this with several different colours and just look at how you can do that if you don't want to do the detail painting. Then I'm taking my brush and I'm just with my glitter paint going to go and paint the detail. And this is using number 5. And it's this easy. It's not difficult at all. And the reason we can do this and have it look very neat and tidy is because of the extreme raised areas in the 3D pieces. And that means you can follow them effortlessly. Now, every single one of us can run one of these embossing folders through a machine and rub a little bit of ink in the background, fling some water at it and mop it up, which is what I did, and then take a paintbrush and just follow the lines, because it's just like colouring when you were a kid in a colouring book. There's nothing particularly technique or skilled or experienced crafter about this. We can all do it, and we can do a little bit more if we're a bit more intermediate, we can do a little bit more if we're more advanced, but if it's our first foray into embossing and colouring, we can all do this.
Well, Karen says she learns so much every time she watches. And Sarah says she's bought the Showstopper, another one gone. Lots of love for these. Love the 3D embossing folders, says Mary Pat. And Love to Create LC says hello to Ben, Leann, Jan, team and everyone. If you have just joined us, feel free to fire in any questions. Alison says, I didn't hear all of that previous conversation, but suffice it to say, I am now even more curious about a wafty mist.
I mean, I will demonstrate a wafty mist for everybody.
Yeah, that's demo number 2. I
mean, you know, I could be persuaded to do a misty waft as well. Yeah.
When is a wafty mist a misty waft?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, I love it.
Right. I love this purple. It's lovely out of the glitter paints, isn't it? And this is where it's pretty therapeutic. This is when we all stop talking and watching, because actually when you're doing this at home, you will just get lost in it because it's so therapeutic, it's so lovely to do. It's mindful.
Yeah. And like you're saying, like the fact that you're kind of following those contours of the emboss, hopefully makes it easier for people who perhaps struggle with their colouring, or you know, we get a lot of messages from people saying they don't colour because they worry about going outside of the lines, for example. But this, I think, helps you a lot more, doesn't it?
Oh, it does help
having
you.
Those bumper bars.
Absolutely, and don't worry if you go out to the odd line, because this is watercoloured, so it needs to feel organic. It needs to feel like it's free flowing. It's water at the end of the day, and it's colour. So it's absolutely fine if a little bit of it does go out of the line. It's no problem at all. Please don't beat yourself up over that. Please don't. Right, so you would continue with all of your different colours going round your snowflakes, just like that. I'm going to dry that so you can see the intense glitter, because it's much more obvious once it's dry.
Leann, question from Stephanie. Obviously, you were using those blending brushes previously. She says, do you need to use a separate blending brush depending on the ink you use?
No.
Or the same colour family?
I will show you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll dry that. So you can see you've just going to follow that detail. You're going to follow that lovely detail. You can see the glitter shining there. We've got the background. When you add that together with some different colours, this is what you will get with all of that lovely glitter in there from your glitter palette. It looks incredible. So you just do the background first and then go in and place your detail colour with your paintbrush. It looks absolutely exceptional when you've got that glitter paste on there. How lovely is that? Glitter paint, I beg your pardon. So easy to do. For the question there, do you need a different brush for every colour family? Absolutely not. So you're going to use your Misty bottle again, and you're going to do a Misty waft on your tissue. Good point to demonstrate it. Right, so this is a Misty waft coming in. You ready?
Yeah.
Push the button, waft it. The end. The end.
Yeah.
You move it away.
Yeah.
Because, like that, with attitude.
Yeah.
Like when you sprinkle salt, exactly right.
Water over your shoulder.
You move it away, water over your shoulder with style. It's almost like with a waft.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'd quite like to see it again.
Thank you. Shall I do it again?
One more, yeah.
Okay, one more. Ready?
Yeah.
So you get ready with the trigger. You start to pull before you get to the thing that you're misty wafting.
Yeah.
And then over it, away.
I love it so much. Look at that.
Okay, and that just lets a little bit of water, enough to fall where you want it, but you haven't saturated it.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's really good fun if your other half's walking past you, get them in the and you get them in the eye.
Yeah.
That is fun. I'm just going to say, happened a few times in the Chivers household. So you've got a misty wafted bit of tissue.
Yes.
And then you're using your ink to add a bit of colour on whatever you're adding your colour to. Let's do it on here on my random bit here. So there we go. All right, so now I'm doing blue and I want yellow, which would make green.
Yeah.
So what you do is you take the brush now onto the bit of tissue that's got a little bit of the water mist on there, and you rub your brush across. It takes all of that ink off the surface. Go and dry it on your other side that doesn't have the water on. That then takes all of the ink off the surface, so when you come back to your card now, no colour transference. That means you can go and put this brush into any other colour you like from your ink pads. So you can just have a couple of the brushes. You don't need a brush per ink pad or a brush per colour family. Just give it a little clean on your kitchen towel in between. Okay, so that's that one done. I'm going to get ready now for another demonstration. Shall we do some watercolouring proper like we did for the baubles before?
I think that might be quite nice,
Okay.
unless anybody objects. But you can let us know if there's anything particular that you want to see. Please feel free to shout at us. I mean, don't shout at us, but you know what I mean. Say in the comments what you would like to see. Thank you to Karen, who says, I learn so much every time I watch. And Lee Allen says, Leann has such style. She does. She really does have that style. £48 or $68 is your platinum price on this. It is tariff free as well, but remember that Showstopper option is fast dwindling. We've got 115 of those Showstoppers left, and again, if you want us to take you through everything as far as the Showstopper is concerned, we We can do that for you in just a little while. We're going to take a short break, I think. We are going to give you the opportunity to get things checked out. Check the shop today, check the show tonight as well. If you've missed out on the recent Christmas launches, we've got loads of those tonight. We've got the Rhinestone what's it called? The Rhinestone Applicator. The Showstopper, 6 of those left in the US. If you want those quick as you can. Top and bottom edge dies, we've got the Christmas stamps and a few of the Sarah's Christmas Dream left as well. So those are all there on launch party tonight. So check those out whilst you check this out, and we'll meet you back here in about 5 minutes' time.
Hello, my name is Christine Mahoney. I love Crafters TV for so many reasons. Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects. That's what sells me on buying the products, because they show us how to use them. I love all of the products and all of the paper pads, of course, and everyone involved in Crafters TV and Crafters Companion. And of course the interaction with all of the people that write in. I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much. So, cheers to my favorite crafting company of all time. You bring me such joy, like the taste of this fine red wine. The products, the people, and Crafters TV bring me joy, make me happy, and you're all family to me. I love you all so very much. Now let's all stay in touch. Cheers.
The instruction and inspiration is mind-blowing.
The inspiration, the products to make our own and make it our own.
I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
I like to watch Crafters TV as often as I'm free, and I always get new ideas each time, and it certainly helps kickstart my mojo.
That is why I love Crafters Companion, because they make me look like a better crafter and give me ways to do things that I haven't tried before.
I wouldn't be the crafter I am today at Crafters TV, so thank you.
Crafters TV, my favourite part is the interaction we can have with the lovely presenters. You are all so down to earth and genuine people, always willing to share and help with your suggestions. As an unpaid carer, having had to give up my job, you provide me with many light moments in my day. Your products are great, made with great care and thought, and are second to none. Thank you.
Green from Mechanicsburg. I just wanted to stop in and say that I love all your innovative products, and the demonstrators are like amazing with all their inspiration. And of course there's Ben, who's multi-talented and loves Mechanicsburg. So thank you, CC, for all you do.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for checking out. Ash says, awesome. I have those brushes and just used them for the same colours. Good to know. Yeah, we're all here for those hints and tips as well. If there's anything you need to know, feel free to ask. Kathy Green, who we've just seen there, says, nobody wafts like Leann. No, she is chief wafter. And Amanda Hubbard says, such a good word, though, isn't it? Waft. Amanda says, good afternoon, Ben and Leann. Hello. I know I'm late, but I've decided to watch from the beginning. Being a crafterganza lady, I just can't miss watching Leann paint. She says, you rock. And just, by the way, we've got about, how many showstoppers have we got left, did we say? 113 showstoppers are running. You're going to get all the brand new folders. I'll just quickly show you so you know again. If you're going for the showstopper option, all of the brand new folders. So you've got your 3 5x7s, you've got your 3 5.5 by 5.5s, you've got your cardstock included in there too. So you're getting 8 sheets of your cardstock, and super handily, alongside that, you get your lookbook as well. So that is full of ideas and inspiration for you. And you get your 3 ink pads too. So your opaque pigment ink pads in the smoked emerald. You've also got your seal brown, and then your midnight, and we also give you a bottle of tacky glue as well. As I keep saying, and you guys are getting used to this by now, that's the best option for US viewers. 113 more chances really to get this tariff free. After that, you'll still be able to buy the collection, but you will incur tariffs. If you're anywhere else watching, then of course you can just pick up the collection on its own. You can go for individuals, you can make your own smaller bundles, however you want to do it. But it's US, friends, 113 chances left at $68 for all of that. Let's go over to Leann. We're going to have a look at some finished samples. Just as we go over as well, Leann, Sandra was just asking, so in that bundle we had earlier with the watercolour palette, we had the shadow mark pad.
Yes.
She was just asking about how that actually works, if you could just explain.
Yes, of course. Right, so all of the stamps that you've got at home, like beautiful florals, lovely backgrounds, that kind of thing, where you might want to watercolour it, if you stamp it in that shadow mark ink pad, you'll get a pale blue line. Then watercolour it, just watercolour as normal. Then with your heat gun, when you heat it, that pale blue line will disappear. So it looks like an original piece of hand-painted, hand-drawn artwork, because there is no black outline from a stamp. So it genuinely looks like you are an artist, because it disappears the line that you've followed when you colour it in. If you haven't tried it, just get it and have a go. Practice with all of your stamps at home, because with your watercolours. It looks absolutely amazing. And the difference, having that line disappear to having a black outline where it's obvious you've coloured it in, is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's worth having a little sneaky peek at. It's $5.99 and you can get it individually. We've not had those in stock for absolutely ages, so might just be worth getting one anyway if you are at all curious, because those will sell out again. Right, we're going to have a quick look at some finished samples, I think, with you, Leann, aren't we?
Yes, we are. And I'm going to have a little, we'll just talk about some of the different techniques, because I can show you these techniques as we go through this 2 hours. So if there's anything here that you really want to see, let me know.
Yeah.
Here, this one is by Sean Peacock, and we've just used there some lovely browns. That's that brown that you've got in your bundle there would be perfect for that. And a little bit of gold gilding waxing over the top just to get that little sheen. It looks absolutely beautiful. I love that because it's an example of tone on tone where you don't have to do the detailed colouring that I've been showing you. But if you want to do some detailed colouring, and if watercolour's not for you, this has been embossed onto alcohol marker card, and this has been coloured in with tri-blends, and then a little bit of that inking in the background, and that looks beautiful, doesn't it? So if you don't want to watercolour, you can use your alcohol markers as well. That's another one with alcohol markers there. Here's one where we've just inked the baubles and then done a little bit of gilding wax over them. This one, this is from, let me find the name. Who's it from? Lisa. This is from Lisa. Look how beautiful this is. And I love this kind of almost golden harvest feel rather than Christmas. It's really, really lovely. The poinsettia, on a larger card, backed with backing papers there. With your candlelight collection, it'll look beautiful because you can use some of the lovely papers in the background there and frame that whole poinsettia piece used as a main topper in the centre of a larger card. This one, again, I love this because this is beautiful background paper in the background. So again, any of your Christmas collections that you've got at home. Then this is one of the folders that we've got here, the holly one, the foliage. But you can see there's been an aperture cut out of that and then a different folder inside. So that we've used different folders on the bottom layers with an aperture, and it really does frame and make a very beautiful focal point of that. And that was done by Carol Lorriman. I love that, Carol. Gorgeous use of pastel colours, just some lovely ink blending on there, which is glorious. This is just on a piece of linen cardstock, and then the details have been traced with a fine pen, which looks incredible. Use your metallic markers on black card, emboss on black card and then colour with the metallic markers. Look how gorgeous that is if you want to do that. Here's another example with our alcohol markers, which I think looks really lovely. This one, I'm going to say it, this might be one of my favourites.
Who is it?
Sean Peacock.
Oh, yes, Sean.
Because that beautiful mistletoe there with some alcohol, but then the glossy highlight over the top of those berries really does make them pop. They look absolutely gorgeous, they really do. Understated, but beautiful. Look at that. Just some gilding wax with some subtle colour in the background. Absolutely beautiful. That's by Carol again. Thank you, Carol. This one needs a moment, all of its own. Look at this. This one is by Carol again. Carol, you're cooking on gas. Look how lovely that is. All coloured in red, gilding waxed, but then fussy cut.
So this is what our lady earlier was saying, wasn't it?
Yes, and this, she was calling this 4D, wasn't she? How beautiful is that? And these have been, so I'm just pushing these up because they've been flattened a little bit, but then shaped. Look at that.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And it's coloured underneath and coloured on top, and then gilded with all of that 3D emboss and then fussy cut and layering up little pieces. How absolutely exceptional is that? I really, really love it. Possibilities are endless. Beautiful gift boxes. Again, using your poinsettia. Chop it up, line the sides as well as you line the top, which is absolutely beautiful. And then this one, I love. Imagine gifting this, putting a gift in here and sending it. It really feels special. That could be handmade chocolate truffles, handmade Christmas biscuits.
Fudge.
It could be an inexpensive pair of Christmas socks that you've bought, but it makes an inexpensive gift feel really luxurious. And I think Christmas should be more about how inexpensive the gifts can be rather than how expensive they can be, because it's just the thought and the gift of time, isn't it? I love that one. I might actually do this because I think that layering of ink, might do that as a technique at some point in this next 2 hours, because I really do like that. I think it looks lovely.
Let us know if there's anything you want to see. We keep saying the next 2 hours. We've only got an hour and 10 minutes left. So if there is something that particularly you want to see, maybe there's a particular project that Leann just showed you there, and you're like, oh yeah, I wonder how you do that. I wonder how I go about doing that. Please ask the questions. That is what we are here for. If you just want the embossing folders on their own, don't forget you can do in the UK and indeed the EU as well. It is the 6 designs. You saw all those finished samples with there, so you get 3 of your 5.5, 3 of your 5.5 by 5.5 and 3 of your 5x7s as well. And the designs are absolutely fantastic as well. We're going to have a quick little look at all of those. There you go, so you can see all these beautiful designs. So in your 5x7s, you've got that beautiful or elegant mistletoe as it's called. The dazzling baubles that Leann was working with this morning as well, actually, on Wake Up Call. Do go back and watch that show, because if you've just picked it up in the show, there's so much inspiration that you can go back and re-watch. Flourishing holly, and then you've got your 5.5 by 5.5 squares, which you've got in that beautiful Christmas foliage here. I think the snowflakes, still the most popular individually, Johnny, I think. And then the last little technique that we saw with the snipping out of that poinsettia and then placing it over the top, that 4D effect, as some people are calling it, is just used with that beautiful poinsettia. All right, so we've got some questions coming in, but shall we set Leann on her way for the next demo, and then we'll throw in the questions as we go. So keep them coming, and then I'll ask them as Leann's demoing. What did we say we were going to do next?
So we're going to do this beautiful hollyberry, which I think is lovely, and I think it'll work really well with our candlelight collection that we launched Christmas with, because I can just see that trio of candles just in the background there, maybe laid over that lovely topper that's just off the side. I can just see it. So Nicole's done this, Nicole Brother Rick Rack, and so I'm going to attempt to do such a good job as Nicole has. Okay. Right, so I'm starting with my 5x7 piece of watercolour card, which is absolutely beautiful. And then I'm going to follow the same guidance we had before. 3D folder goes flat on your desk. Name, Crafter's Companion, can be read backwards. The bottom piece of card goes towards the bottom of the folder. The top piece that you want to be embossed faces towards you. Close your folder, make up your sandwich, run it through your machine.
Okay.
If you're using an electronic machine, you've got your base cutting plate, your magnetic and your frosted shim to make the sandwich for a 3D folder. Run that through your machine. If you're using your MIDI, just put it straight through. You need nothing else in there and it'll work just as well in your MIDI. So Gemini Junior MIDI, all of the folders will work in all of the machines. So then once that's run through, you then reveal the emboss. Oh.
I mean, take a bow.
Look at that. I don't even have to wiggle that at you.
No, no, no.
Not even just a little bit.
No.
That's a song. I'm going to put that on Chiv's Tunes. Wiggle
Yes.
it just a little bit. Sorry, yeah, how on earth did I get there? But look at this. Jamie, look. Oh, hang on. I'll get there.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Look at the 3D on there. Now, this is what we're talking about in terms of 3D emboss. Look how those leaves look like they're touching the card, arcing up in the air and falling away. That's what I mean by 3D. And then look at the deboss of the veins in those leaves. It's absolutely incredible. Look at the berries, how rounded and plump they look coming out of that card.
Yeah.
And then the little highlight piece, debossed.
Yes.
It's the design, it's the clever approach to 3D embossing, which really makes all of the difference. Look how incredible that is. It's just absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Right, so we're going to do what we did before. We're going to get our brush, our water and our piece of kitchen towel and then just follow the advice. This could not get more simple with these folders and you get beautiful, beautiful results every single time. Be it your first time painting and embossing or your 27 millionth time. Oh. You're going to have the best fun with these. So I'm using my watercolour palette. Apparently the palette's still in stock on its own. So if you want this watercolour palette...
Not the bundle though.
You can get it. Not the bundle, but the palette. So you can still get it. And then we're just going to pick the berries. So let's use these because they're in the centre. I'm picking a nice... okay, my head's in the way, I'm sorry. These curls, they have a life of their own, these curls, Jamie. My top tip to you is, for a berry to look red, don't use red.
Oh.
There will be some red, but not wholly red. You'll see there that there's a little bit of yellow, a bit of orange and a bit of red. And that's what gives it its 3D feel. So I'm starting with the orange and I'm going to start to trace this bauble. It's not a bauble.
It's a berry. We know what you meant.
The berry.
Do you want some questions whilst you're doing that?
Yeah, please.
There's quite a few coming in. What is the best ink to use for sentiments, Karen's asking? Paper and ink. She says, I never seem to get a really crisp dark print.
Right, so quick dry.
Okay. Full stop.
Full stop.
Oh.
You can use waterproof. Finesse waterproof's excellent. But for me, for a sentiment, every time a quick dry.
Okay. And one more just from Kathy for now. It says, this may have been asked, but if you use the sticky pad that is recommended with the pearl powders, sticky pad.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Would they do well on embossing folders and then set with hairspray?
Yes. Can I
Get
have
some hairspray.
A piece of black card, our watermark ink pad, and can somebody find me the pearl powders?
I can get you 2 of those things right now.
Please.
So you need
And
pearl powders.
I'm going to do that as a demonstration.
Black cardstock.
Black cardstock.
Watermark.
Watermark. That's shadow mark.
Oh!
Watermark.
Oh, watermark.
Got it
Sorry,
here.
I've got that on the brain.
You have. I've got that. That's brilliant.
And pearl powders.
Pearl powders, please.
Might have to shout him.
Now, what I'm doing is, you'll see here, I'm constantly cleaning my brush. So I'm constantly taking the excess paint off my brush and dabbing that onto the kitchen towel as I move this colour out, because what happens is your brush sucks up the pigment that you've put down, and if you don't clean it off your brush, as you're moving the colour out, you just get a solid colour. You don't get that watercolour look and feel of darker to light. So constantly clean your brush, constantly take it back to your towel, and then move in to move your colour. As it starts to move, stop, clean your brush, take off the water, move it out a little bit further. Stop, clean your brush, move it out a little bit further. And that's how you stop the pigment overwhelming the item that you're colouring. By dragging it all over, you're able to control where it goes and get that beautiful watercolour effect. Thank you. I've got pearl powder. I'm going to do that for you because I think it'll be lovely. Now, while that's doing that, there's quite a bit of water on there I can see. So I'm just going to take some of the moisture out with my heat gun. I'm not wanting it to be fully dry. I'm just knocking that water back a little bit so that I can go in now with a little bit of a deeper red to start to make these berries feel even more berry-like. So I'll go and pick a different red out of my palette. And this is a little bit of a browny red. And I'm picking that up, and then I'm just going in with a tiny bit in the darker area again. See, on those 3 berries and this little one that's popping on the corner. And that was with one dip into the paint, one application. I've still got a little bit more than I need paint on there. You could be doing several of these berries at the same time, but this is for speed for you. Clean your brush, take the excess paint off, back onto your kitchen paper, and then almost dry brush, just pull that out a little bit. Clean it, blend it into the colour you already had there. Move on your darker area, so you've got a dark area and a light area. That's preserving your highlight. We've talked about that so many times. So you've got a dark area and a light area. Pull it round, clean your brush, dry it off. Bring your paint round. Stop, clean your brush, dry it off. Blend it in with the paint that's already on there. You see those berries now start to really feel 3D and pop. Still got a bit of water on there, so I'm just going to knock that off a bit. Water gets knocked off, so it just means if you can see any little puddles on top of your berries, you're just going to get rid of the puddles, because that's where you want your colour to stay where it is, and you want to go in with another colour just to start giving it that dimension. You build up each colour on top. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit more of a, let's say, a golden hue in these areas to make it shine. So I'm going to pick a golden colour out of my palette.
Yeah.
And let's just say this one. And I can use this quite diluted because I don't want a lot of colour. And then I can bring this in.
There's 103 showstoppers left, I've just been told in my ear. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of this now.
Now you'll see when I've watercoloured these, to get these to feel and look like berries, that's the 4th colour I've put on there. And that's what starts to get them to feel really real. Just picking one colour and popping that on and leaving it as that leaves them feeling a bit flat. Yeah. So I'll do that actually with one of the berries beside it so you can see the difference when I'm saying to you build up the different colours to get them to feel really dimensional. If I just pick a colour and do a berry here, let's pick a red, because you would do a berry red, wouldn't you? That's a nice red, so let's do that one. And I'll do this one. Because when you're starting to watercolour, this is what you would do. You would think berries are red, I'm just going to do red. And do you know what? They're your berries. If that's what you want to do,
right, yeah.
You do
the colour you want.
Absolutely, and colour them as you like. But I want to show you the difference between doing it like this with one colour, and then building up the several colours that I've just done on the berries, so that you can see the difference in how it feels. So there you go. They feel much more berry-like and 3D than that. That falls a little bit flat to me, where this has got all of the dimension and the colour, and it's accentuating that 3D where it's popping out of the page. Okay, so we're going to use the similar technique to do the leaf. So I'll show you that. Am I okay continuing?
Yeah. This feels like this is something that you'd take a a good while to do if you were doing it start to finish. It's something
yes.
to enjoy, isn't it?
Don't rush it.
Yeah.
Take your time. Enjoy the process. Don't rush it. Can I just go and get some clean water?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just going to get... That's another top tip from me.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly clean your water. Like if your water starts to look a bit mucky, just bin it and get some more. I, at home, have a plastic waste bin beside me, and I go to watercolour with a big jug of water, and I've just got a little pot, and I just keep flinging that in the bin, filling it up, flinging that in the bin, and then when it gets half full, I take it and put it down the toilet. Or down the sink, because it's like just watercolour, and I get rid of it. But it means that I can continually have fresh, clean water to watercolour with, which is what you need. Okay, so I've got my new clean water and my brush, and we're going to start doing the leaves. So I'm going to pick a nice holly green. I'm going to go with this one. And we're doing, what we would usually do is, because I did the misty waft on it earlier, they're activated. So I'm just mixing the paint until it feels like thick cream, like a single or double cream.
Okay.
And then I've got plenty on my brush there, you can see. And it's not dripping anywhere. It's stuck on the brush, it's not very liquid. Then take it to the leaf that you're going to colour. So let's go with this one above there. And then we're just going to, exactly as we did with the berries, trace where you want the deepest green. So taking your brush over the top of your emboss, just trace it round. Now, what you're going to do, can you see you've got this line in the middle of your leaf? To make it feel 3D, we're going to put our darker colour here on the top edge, and then we're going to do the same underneath that line, which is what will give it that 3D feel. So you see I'm just tracing the edge up to the point, and then I'll come down there. So you never ever do, when you're doing this, never ever do it in exact halves because it doesn't feel natural. Always go just over the halfway point, as I've done there. And then with the same colour in the darker green, we're going to just trace that line. So the darker colour's going essentially on the top edge of both halves of the leaves.
Okay.
That's the top edge, this is the top edge of the second half. Does that make sense? Okay, so we've got that on there, and again, never just go fully half, always go a little bit over the halfway edge, and that helps it makes it feel more 3D and realistic. So at that point now, that's enough green, I'm cleaning my brush. So I'm getting all the remaining paint off there. There we go, clean brush. So now I can start to pull that colour out, but I'm going to pull it out with another colour because I want the leaves to feel realistic like this.
Yes.
And lit up. So you can either choose a yellow or a much lighter green. And when you do it, when you load the brush this time, I'm going to move that along so you can see, you're just going to use a dab of it. So you're not going to get it up to the double cream part. You're just going to dab your brush in. So my brush is wet.
Yeah.
I'm dabbing it in, so I've picked up a little bit of that. That's enough. You can even dilute it a little bit with some water if you want to. And then we start to drag that out with a little bit of another colour on the brush.
Yeah.
And what that does is mix a brand new colour between those colours and lets you get that 3D look on your leaf. Stop, clean your brush. Can anybody else hear seagulls?
Yeah. You always hear, well, say always, you often hear seagulls over here, don't you?
It's Steve, isn't it?
It is Steve. He sometimes comes and taps on the door.
He taps on the windows, he's demanding, he wants food. Okay.
Shut up, Steve, we're in the middle of a show.
And then we're going to use like a light golden yellow colour.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that here. And we're going to, exactly the same technique, pick a little bit up on the brush, dilute it, knock a bit off if you want to. Mix that colour through. So you're almost painting with a light wash of colour.
Thank you for all the questions, by the way. We'll do a little Q&A at the end of this at the end of this little demo. Finding this very mesmerising, I've got to be honest.
And then, so I'm doing the same again. I've just dipped my brush into that pale green and I'm painting with a soupçon of a different colour onto this leaf and letting that roll down.
Like you say, like, there's no pressure in this, is there really? Because especially like when you're painting nature, as it were, nothing's quite perfect, is it? So you don't have to put a lot of pressure on yourself to make sure that it's exactly
Absolutely,
right.
Ben. Absolutely, 100%. Nothing is perfect in nature. So perfectly imperfect is what you're looking for. And it's watercolour.
Yeah.
So do not put pressure on yourself for it to be absolutely perfect. It does not need to be.
No.
It really doesn't. Tiny little bit I'm picking up there, you can see, and then I'm taking it off, I'm diluting it. It's the tiniest, tiniest, tiniest amount. And I just use that to pull the colour out, and it just almost gives a little colour wash and a bit of a different colour. If you want to bring some green, you can actually pick that green up from what you've already coloured and bring that back round the bottom edge. So you don't need to go back into your palette for that.
No.
There we go. Okay, so we're starting to build up that leaf, and that's how easy it is. And this is very easy for you to do at home. Draw a line, dry your brush, drag the colour out. Like, it is so, so simple. The big tip that I would want you to take away is constantly clean your brush, constantly dry your brush. And if you're not having good results with watercolouring, it's because you're not doing that. So you always need essentially a clean brush, and as soon as you start to feel your brush is sucking up some of that colour, clean it, dry it constantly between the three things, and you'll get this result, no problem at all. Now, to do this little bit in the middle, I'm just going to pick up that original green or a darker colour. Do I like that colour? Nope, it's far too vibrant. Notice I tested it on my towel before I put it on my thing. I just was like, no, you are now not for me. And then I'm just going to go in the middle there, which brings that whole leaf together now. It was the last bit I did, so that I can do that, and it makes the leaf feel like it's folding over to the left and to the right. And that's because we kept the dark line here and the dark line there, and it faded evenly into the middle and then down to the side, which makes it feel like it's folding over. And then you could do the stalks on your berries, again, just by getting a little bit of that on your brush, follow down the stalks with the 3D emboss. And you're good to go. Then you can dry it. Keep drying as well. I've just noticed I've dropped a lump of water on my little berry there.
Oh, have you?
So I'm trying to dry it.
Well, there's lots of love coming in. Loving all the demos, says Susan, and good morning. Sadly, I can only watch as we're moving, and my craft room has been packed. It's now empty, but I couldn't resist Sarah's signature yesterday. Oh yeah, this is a pre-order as well, don't forget, August the 11th. So you might be in your new house by then. That'd be perfect, wouldn't it? And Trudy says all of Leann's demos are absolutely priceless. She gives so much instruction that is easy to understand.
Thank you. I'd just like to make it very easy and accessible, because I think if you look at something and you will continue to paint this in that vein. And then the inking I did before in the snowflake folder, just do the inking with the browns, the brown that's in your bundle, and keep it to the edge and leave it light in the middle, and you'll get that beautiful vintage look. That's all that's been done additional there. You'll keep painting every leaf, and then it looks like this. You would be forgiven at home looking at something like this by a very talented artist like Nicole to think I can't. And you know what? I also thought that for many, many years. What I like to do is break it down and show you that you absolutely can, because it's just about using the technique and knowing where to put your paint. Watch it back. You're going to get exactly the result that I've got there, and it's going to look beautiful.
Well, Pat says, Leann, you're so talented. I'm not a painter, but I am getting inspired by watching you. And Wendy Graham says, loving all these tips. I used to put the paint on a tile and water it down when I wanted it lighter. She says, oh, I've been doing it so wrong. Thank you, Leann. It's like a masterclass in water painting. Love all the demos, says Susan. Algie says, that is a good one. I always wanted to go to the end of the image, then I always tipped over the line, she says. What a difference with the berries. Christine says, I have like 6 or 7 of these watercolour palettes. Not surprised. And Wendy says, thank you for the tips on how to colour the berries. So beautiful. Well done, Christine has also purchased the Showstopper. She says, I love these folders. We've just got, I think, 3 questions I can see, not necessarily always relating to what we're doing, but that's fine. Just a question from Rhonda, who says, do the hold and release sheets go through the MIDI? And if so, what would the sandwich be?
Sorry, could you say that to me again?
Do the hold and release sheets go through the MIDI? And if so, what is the sandwich?
Yes, they go through the MIDI, and the sandwiches, just put them in the folder.
Okay.
Yeah, because there is no sandwiches with a MIDI. So you would just put them in the cutting folder, go through, and it's going to work.
Alison's asking about stamping. She says, I don't always get a clear stamp sentiment. Do you need to do anything to the stamp before you use it for the first time? I've heard some people use sellotape over it.
Excellent question. That is for acrylic stamps, because some of the residue from manufacturing can be left on your acrylic stamp sometimes. I would say stamp it with your ink first. If it stamps perfectly, why would you bother with the sellotape? If you stamp it and you feel it's a little bit bitty or there's a piece missing, try some sellotape. Or the other thing you can do is a pencil eraser. Just rub a pencil eraser over the surface and then ink it, you're going to be good.
And one more for now from Diane. Can you see glitter if you put... Can you see glitter if you put glossy accents or glossy highlights on berries once the paint is dried?
It will reduce the appearance of the glitter a little bit, but what I like to do, if you want them glittery, is put your glossy hat to Ben's point. He's doing that at me. He's absolutely right, look. He's sprinkling salt on his chips there. Is you would do your glossy highlight and then sprinkle a little bit of glitter over the top.
Yeah.
We can do that on those berries if you like, in a minute. I'm now going to do the black card.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm going to do that.
I forgot that was like 15 minutes ago.
Amazing. I need, Jake, me fan brush.
Oh, fan brush. Jake!
Jake, I need a fan brush.
Fan brush! Shall I
Fan
just quickly
brush,
go to the Showstopper whilst we find a fan brush? Hi, Evelyn Kiefer. And Alti says, for me, the best tip is to how to stay inside the line. So thank you, Leann. These are all the brand new folders. We'll look at finished samples when we sort of get towards the end of the show. We've got less than 100 now. Now, if you just want these on their own, and you're in the UK or the EU, you can do that. If you just want the bundle on its own, again, you can do that. Indeed, if you're in the US, you can do that, but you'll be tariffed is the only thing. So you've got your 3 squares. These are 5.5 inches square. Your beautiful poinsettias. They caught my eye first of all this morning, actually, those poinsettias. I really love those. Stylish snowflakes, which I know a lot of people have loved as well. Individually, still the most popular. And then your beautiful Christmas foliage. And then you've got your 5x7 3D folders here with elegant mistletoe. The baubles, I think, are absolutely incredible. And then you've also got your flourishing holly. So 6 different embossing folders in that bundle. When you go for the Showstopper and you're in the US, you have got this then tariff-free. So it is the best way to go. And you're going to get yourself some of the, I should say, Stardream cardstock in there. So 8 sheets in total, 285 GSM, double-sided in the silver and copper, and then the red and the green. So that's all included within the bundle to help with the tariff-free aspect of things. 3 of your ink pads included in here too. So you're going to get your opaque pigment ink pad in the Midnight. You're going to get your Seal Brown and your Smoked Emerald. So 3 ink pads, say those are $5.99 each, bundled into that deal for you, alongside a bottle of your tacky glue, and then as much as we can into this bundle, the lookbook. So many people have commented saying how much they've loved the lookbook, so that will give you more inspiration and ideas once you get your collection. There are less than 100 of the Showstoppers available for you now, so if it is something that you fancy getting your hands on, then it will be a good opportunity to grab it now. £48, $68. Get yours now, and then you're sorted, aren't you? We're going to have a short break, give you a chance to check out. When we come back, we're going to use those pearl powders. We've got so many more things to do. And anything else you want to see in the final, what will be about 40 minutes of the show, get those requests and questions in now, and we'll meet you back here in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Hi, my name is Sherry Jackson, and I have been a fan of Crafter's Companion for at least 7 or 8 years now. I love Crafters TV. I mean, what's not to love about it? They've got great products, great prices, great people that work there for them. The customer service is great. The presenters are great. Demonstrators are great. Everyone there is great. I just love all the products. I love the tutorials we get. I love all the demonstrations, the craft-alongs, the master classes. Not only do you sell the products, but you teach everyone how to use it. I love the interaction on Crafters TV. I love the fun, the game, the prizes. There's just so much about Crafters TV. There's nothing not to love about Crafters TV. You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family. I'm widowed and live alone, and every day I look forward to watching Crafters TV, whether I watch it live or whether I go back and watch the reruns. I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion, and I love all of you, and I'm so thankful for Crafters TV.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hi Crafty Peeps, Victoria here. I love Crafters TV because it shows you the best tips and tricks on how to use your crafty stash. It also connects you with people from all over the world, and nowhere else on Shopping TV you have the opportunity to live chat with other people from the other side of the world, for example, and laugh with them and be there for them when they're having a tough time. But also know that when you're having a tough time, you can switch on Crafters TV and you can go on the live chat, and you know people will be there for you as well. And when you're having a bad time and not feeling well, when you're a bit down in the dumpster and you know Crafters TV is going to be on, there's going to be some laughters and there's going to be some fun. And the banter going on between the demonstrators and the demonstrators is just really fun and really good, and sometimes the only laugh you will get when you're not feeling well. So that's personally why I love Crafters TV the most. It's the connection, the personal connection with everyone that's involved in Crafters TV and all the other crafters out there. So thank you, Sarah, from the bottom of my heart for coming up with Crafters TV and for bringing all the good fun and all the crafty tips to us. Yes, thank you. Keep up the good work and I love you. Bye.
I love Crafters TV, not for their amazing products, but for other reasons. Firstly would be the community. Crafters TV brings everyone together from different corners of the world. It's a place where we can all share our love for Crafters Companion, ideas and get inspiration from each other. Learning inspiration comes from the demonstrators. It doesn't matter if you're experienced or new, the demonstrators will always explain and help so we can get the best from the Crafters Companion's amazing products. But most important reason is the personal connection with the presenters and the demonstrators. For me, they have become my friend, creating a personal connection and making you feel part of a crafting family. And for me, this is the most meaningful. I wouldn't be the crafter I am today without Crafters TV, so thank you.
Welcome back, everybody, to our launch day, the brand new Christmas 3D embossing folders. You are loving them. Everything is disappearing, whether it be the individuals or indeed the Showstopper. Less than 100 of those to go round now. Evelyn's joined us in Colorado. And Wendy McCallie says, my credit card is crying for mercy. I ordered the Showstopper embossing folders and picked up the Christmas tags. I told myself during the HSN launch I didn't need. The thing about this as well, I think Leann was saying earlier on, these weren't even on HSN, were they? So there's some brand new goodies for you to get your hands on today. And Mimi says, Leann, this was so inspiring. My husband has just started watercolouring with me. We are clumsy, but learning out by bit. I'm going to try this technique. I put this on the big telly and stop, watch, try. That's the best way to do it. And you can always come back and watch these shows at a later date as well, which is brilliant. We are going to come back to another demo with Leann, and a few people were asking about pearl powders. And as we come to you, Leann, because I know you're going to show us, Jane's actually asking about pearl powders. She says, I have the pearl powders and I get confused. Do they fall off if I don't seal them?
No, they don't fall off if you don't seal them. So all you need to do, everybody gets very, very focused on sealing them. I'm going to show you what to do.
Right.
Plot twist, misty waft.
Misty waft? No! Misty wafts all over the place today.
Misty waft or a wafty mist, whichever you want. Are we doing it now? Sorry, I was just having a nice time.
I think we are, yeah, I think we are. Yeah? It's a nice question, nice little segue into the next demo.
Just having a nice clean up. Right, so I've cut a piece of black card and I've got my embossing folder and I've got the Crafter's Companion back to front. So a bit of black card goes in. I'm just looking, what do I think looks nice? Like, which snowflake do I want? Okay. You can whack it in the middle, you can put it on the side, you can, whatever you do you. I'm going to put that there because I quite like that snowflake. And then I'm just going to run that through my machine. So I've got the card in the folder, the white cutting plate, magnetic shim, frosty shim through the machine. If you're using your MIDI, just put it straight through with nothing else in, just the folder with the card in.
Yeah.
So that goes through in probably 5 seconds. You've got a beautiful piece of embossed cardstock. Now that'll be difficult to see. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that then.
Beautiful.
Ooh. It's going to look even better in a minute. So now we're taking our watermark translucent ink pad and we're going to do the finest whisper across. Now what I want to say is do not worry if you get some here while you're whispering across because it's still going to look lovely. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's going to feel organic because of the very nature of you doing it. It's not going to look perfect. So I'm taking the sticky ink pad and I'm not pushing it on, but I'm moving it across the top of the embossed areas. Okay? And I will get a little bit more ink in some places, a little bit less ink in some places. I'll get some ink transference on the bottom. Doesn't matter because it's going to look glorious at the end. Okay, so you're just taking your time and you're picking up as many of the high areas as you can and trying not to get it all over the low areas. If you do, doesn't matter. Helpful to use the little point as well. You can do that. And you see, I'm just concentrating on catching the high areas of the emboss with the ink pad. Take your time. Doesn't matter if you catch the base. It really, really doesn't matter because it's still going to look beautiful. In fact, I think it can add to the overall ambience because then you've got a lovely background and raised areas.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's entirely up to you. But you can see all I'm doing is just taking my time and rubbing that on there. There we go. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to say that's enough. I'm going to stop there, all right? And I can see I have caught the bottom of the card in places. I'm not worrying. So now I've got the set of pearl powders, and this is Mystical Moments we've got here. You can use one colour or you can use several. I'm going to use several. So I'm just going to dust this into areas. So let's get this open. Might need me scissors to do that, or my teeth.
Oh.
There we go. And then sprinkle it on. You've got a sprinkler for a reason.
Yeah.
So I'm just popping this on.
And is this less is more, isn't it?
It is less is more because we're going to move it around. So you
Right.
do not need a wagon load of this on. There's enough of that one. Then I'm going with another colour here. And I'll put that one there. There we go. And then the final colour I haven't used is this lovely purple. It's not a final, I've got another one. You can come on, there we are. Put a little bit of that down here. Less is more. There we go. And then this is the final one in that collection. So I'm using all four. I'm going for maximum sparkle. Maximum impact, minimum effort. Pop that there. Have a little bit of that up there. And we'll call that done. Okay. So then what you're going to do is take your fan brush.
Yeah.
If you haven't got a fan brush, use your bronzing brush at home, or your makeup brush.
Yeah.
But never use it for bronzing or makeup again.
Right.
Because you'll look like an alien.
But if you want to look like an alien,
But if you want to look like an alien, you can, absolutely.
Can I ask? I know you're about to show us anyway. What is the definitive way to use this brush? Is it dab, 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 or sweep, 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 sweep?
A bit of both. You can do whatever you like. It's entirely up to you. You could sweep it all down and you'll get like a lovely line, or you can just swirl, swoosh, or you can stipple. So I do a little bit of all. So if I want to move the colour into a precise area, look, there's a stipple. So you'll see the difference. And what I'm managing to do there is be controlled about where that colour is. So if I want to start with that colour being very controlled in that area, I'm stippling. If I want to do the same with the purple here, stipple. If I want to do the same with the light red in the centre, and then this green,
Ooh, yeah, look at that.
you can do that. But if you want to get them all blended in together so it just looks like a beautiful ombre, you can swirl.
Oh, yes.
Or that's a rock. So you can see that there. Or you can go around. That, if the wider the circles, the more the colours will mix. So if you want to keep some differentiation in, where you can see the different colours, it's just a little side-to-side swoosh. Now, I've got that all over now, but what I'm now doing is polishing the powder away from the low areas and keeping it on the high areas of the emboss. And you can see, by doing that, it's polishing it up and it looks beautiful, but I'm keeping the differentiation in the colours. So I can see I'm going from red through blue, through the pink in the middle, and through to the green. So I'll stop and show you that for a second.
Oh, that looks incredible.
Doesn't it look good?
Yes, it does.
There we go.
Wow.
So you could leave it there. If you like all of that powder in the background, you can leave it there. Or you can take your brush and just on the side of the counter. Don't do that at home. Get some of the excess powder off. And then you can polish it a little bit more. And when you do that, it polishes away any excess. It really shines up the lovely pigment with the binder that we've got in there. That's stuck to the sticky ink pad. And you get that lovely, more detailed, look at that. It's beautiful.
That's one of my favourite demos so far.
It's incredible, isn't it? Now, Misty Waft. This has got a binder in it. The pearlescent powder already has a water-activated binder in it. So you don't need an art spray, you don't need a hairspray, you don't need anything other than a mister. And then your Misty Waft will be, exactly as we did before, start your water away from the card. Start your water, bring the mist in, leave it. This is a wafty mist.
Wafty mist.
A misty waft.
With style as well, that
Do you
one.
get the difference? Thank you, Johnny. Johnny gets it now. I'll just remind you, start the spray off.
Yeah.
The water's coming out. Waft your card away.
It's that little turn, isn't it?
It's the turn.
Away.
It's the turn. It does. It makes all the difference.
Away.
Or thank you. You've got the movement, Ben.
Thank you.
That's what you need to do. It's the tiniest amount you need. When that dries, set.
Well, there is a lot of love coming through now. So glad Leann is demoing the pearl powder, says Beverly. I have them, but I've never opened them. Gorgeous, says Lois. And Debbie Swanson says, oh my word, that is magic, Leann. That looks amazing. Wow, says Ash Cambo. And Jane Quigley says, wowzers. I love that word. Wowzers. I will no longer be scared of using them. So beautiful. That is what it's about. Yeah, if you're ever going to buy anything, make sure you buy them and then you use them. And if you're not quite sure how to use whatever it is you've bought, either ask at the time that you're buying it or come into these shows and ask the questions. That's the whole point, isn't it? Because I say, like, we're not like a normal shop where you go in, see something on the shelf, like the look of it, take it home and then have no clue as to how to use it. You buy from us, then you get all of the inspiration in the launch show, in what will be a craft along afterwards and a masterclass as well. You've got the best in the business to answer all the questions that you might have about the particular product. So that's the way to do it. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that question. Trudy's just said, what was that ink pad called again, if she wants to get that ink pad?
Yeah, that ink pad is called Watermark Translucent Clear.
And I think we are pretty much up to date with the comments. I'm just having a little look here. Yeah, we're pretty good. Thank you. Definitely saving this show, says Evelyn. Thank you, Leann, for all the inspiration. So we'll go through the boards again with Leann just to show you and have a look at some finished samples. If you have just joined us, the Showstopper is still available. How many have we got left now, Johnny? We have 94 Showstoppers left. That is the tariff-free option. We'll do it the other way around. I'll show you what you're getting in the Showstopper so that you know exactly what is what. This is most applicable to those of you in the US again, because this is the way for you to get all of the goodies tariff-free. So these are the added extras that you'll get on top of the embossing folders that Leann is going to show you in a second. So you get 3 of your opaque pigment ink pads in your Midnight, in your Seal Brown, and in that Smoked Emerald. You get a bottle of your tacky glue, plus you get your look book, and you get 8 sheets of that beautiful Star Dream cardstock as well in 4 colours. That is all of the added extra, right, which gives you your tariff-free. If you don't want all of those extra goodies, shop the day in the UK, in the EU, and you'll be able to get the folders on their own. Same again, if you decide that you just want to pick up a couple of the folders, one of the folders, you can shop individually. You can, of course, do that in the US as well, but you will incur tariffs. So for the 94 Showstoppers that we've got left, $68, that is definitely the way to go if you're shopping in the US. But what we're going to do is have a look at the board so you can see what's what. A few of those finished samples as well. Just before we go over, we can say hi to Melanie D, who says, I'm loving all of the great demos. And Faye says, this is absolutely beautiful. I have all the pearl powders and I've never used them. I'm getting them out today. I think that's one of my favourite messages. We've had like shows recently where someone goes, oh, well, I bought such and such, and then I never used it because I didn't know how to. I love it when people finally, the light bulb goes off. And if you go to YouTube as well, subscribe to our Crafters page, Crafters TV page. There are hours upon hours, hundreds, nay thousands of hours of videos there, and there'll be tens of hours all about the pearl powder. So you can find out more from all the guys as to how you can use them and how you can get the best out of them. But let's have a look at the designs of the embossing folders.
I love these. Do you know, I've had the best time in World Keep Calling this show, because I think what it shows is with these designs, you can do anything.
Yeah.
And you get the folders and it reinvigorates everything you've been buying at home. Everything that you've been collecting from us, the products that you've been buying, these folders will absolutely work with all of the things you've got at home. And that's the great thing about a new set of embossing folders. I always say the most versatile thing you can have in your craft stash, because you can do nothing with them, they look amazing. You can do all sorts with them, they look amazing, and they'll work with everything else that you've got at home. Yes, Ben, he's got his finger in the air, he's going to say something.
No, it's just reminding me, there was a question, I think, earlier on, and I think it was about that sample there.
This one?
Yes. Was that sample made with glitter paste? If so, how?
No,
that one?
This was made with our glitter paint palette.
Ah, yes.
So that's the demonstration I did right at the top of the 2 hours.
Right, so you can go back.
Where I inked the background and then I did the detail painting. It's the first demo of the show.
Right.
Okay, so that's the snowflake design. Then we've got the elegant mistletoe. Absolutely glorious. The level of emboss, the sculpting on there, the levels in there, incredible. Use the same painting techniques I've been showing you.
Beautiful.
Apply it. Look how elegant that is. It's like a beautiful fabric cut up and put on there, but with all the tech, just so gorgeous. This is the one we've just used, that brilliant holly one. The name of this one, if you're looking, is Flourishing Holly. You can see all of the beautiful detail on there, and that's what I've just shown you how to do. how to paint those leaves and those berries, and then just age it with a little bit of your ink and your brush around the outside in a vignette. The baubles, absolutely exquisite. I think what I might do next, quickly, is paint a bauble for you on the one that I painted this morning. For anybody who couldn't join us on Wake Up Call and really wants to see how to paint the baubles, I think I'll paint a bauble for you next, so you can see how to do that. The final one is this poinsettia, which that's the one that I showed you with the 4D with the snippy out bits, where you can create your own decoupage and lay those bits up. But equally, just painted as a flat design, it looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it? And then finally, Christmas foliage. Love this one. This is the one that I think works brilliantly with Candlelight Christmas if you bought that at the beginning of the Christmas event. I just think 3 candles there at the side would look absolutely beautiful.
So that is your full collection, the Showstopper, the brand new folders there as well. If you want to jump in and grab it, £48 or $68, and that is tariff free as well. Last chance saloon, if you've got a question, if there's anything else you want to recap on, then we can do that when we come back. But we'll have about 20 minutes or so when we come back. So this really is that last chance to get those questions in. So have a think. More importantly than that as well, get those deals checked out. And if you haven't yet had a look, the Christmas outlet sale is still available on the website. You can pick up some bargains there too. And we will meet you back here in about 4 minutes' time.
Hello everyone, Munchkin and I wrote a poem to tell you how much we love Crafter's Companion. Sarah being back is a wondrous sight. Sarah has always brought us a treasure trove of delights. Your papers shimmer and make all our crafts shine. Your pens, pencils, and markers make all crafters say, they are mine. Your scissors are like a sword in the hand. Your glue is so strong it is in the highest demand. Crafters TV is the happiest sight. All crafters plan their schedules for this amazing delight. The interaction with staff, presenters, and hosts brings fun, satisfaction, and happiness to most. Ben brings us the most entertaining crafting song, but in the end, it all comes down to being able to craft along. Sarah and Crafter's Companion, we wish you the most successful 2025 and so many more years to come. Thank you for everything that you give to us.
Hi everybody, this is Leann Bledsoe. You asked me why I like or I love Crafter's Companion. Well, it's because I'm not a very good crafter, and Crafter's Companion makes me look better. It makes me look like a better crafter than I am, because I'm not good at design. So I have the layout collection that helps me with design. I don't like to do the same thing over and over. So I have a template library that gives me lots of new ideas and card bases and things to try. I never know what to put on the inside of the card, so I have the compendiums that have all the sayings for cards, and I never know what color combinations to put together and what goes with what, and so all their collections make it easy for me to know what to do. So that is why I love Crafter's Companion, because they make me look like a better crafter and give me ways to do things that I haven't tried before. Thanks, bye.
What I love most about Crafters TV is the community.
Crafters TV brings everyone together from different corners of the world.
It also connects you with people from all over the world.
You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family.
I feel like I'm crafting along with my friends.
I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much.
When you're having a tough time, you can switch on Crafters TV and you can go on the live chat, and people will be there for you as well.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
It's a place where we can all share our love for Crafters Companion, ideas and get inspiration from each other.
So what's not to love about Crafters TV? So go make a coffee and pull up a chair. Let's all get crafting. I'll see you all there.
Hello everyone, Holly here again. I can't craft as I only have paws, but I thought you might like to see my favourite toy who keeps me company when my mummy is crafting. So here he is, Space Bear. He lives in space, but he comes to see me when mummy is in her craft room using her crafters goodies that she loves and seems to get delivered every day. Just saying. Anyway, here he is, my favourite toy, Space Bear. Thanks again everybody, bye!
Welcome back, everybody. Final sort of 15 minutes or so of what has been a fantastic show. We've just been saying what a great show this has been, actually, patting ourselves on the back. But Leann's been fantastic. Definitely saving the show this evening. Thank you for all the inspo. And Faye says, this is absolutely beautiful. I have all the pearl powders. I've never used them. I'm going to get them out today. And Karen Austin says, today has been a magic show. Misty waft. You put misty wax, but it's misty. I don't know what you mean. Misty waft, wafty mist. So it's really got me laughing at that. Pearl powders, painting techniques. Leann is a crafting wizard. She is. The misty wafts and wafty mists.
That could be my wizard name.
Misty waft.
Can you imagine? That could be like that could be my wizarding name of like Harry Potter. And who are you? I am Misty Waft.
I love that. Who has the wafty mist?
Absolutely.
Misty waft with the wafty mist.
I don't know why that's too made me laugh, but it has.
All I can think of now in my head is like, because I was watching the film today, waft on, waft off. It was very good, actually, the Karate Kid Legends. I watched it, yeah, it's very good. Very good. Right, we've got about 15 minutes left, as I said, so we're going to come back, we're going to paint some ornaments, aren't we?
Yes, we're going to paint some of the baubles, because if you didn't manage to join us this morning in the wake-up call for the preview, you might not have seen the baubles being painted, and I think I'd like to show you that. I'd like to show you a solid coloured bauble and a two-colour bauble.
Okay.
So, I have already activated my watercolour paints with a little bit of water and a wafty mist. And then I've got a clean pot of paper. I was very serious when I said wafty. A pot of paper, a pot of water next to my paper.
Yes.
That's what I've got. I've got my kitchen towel, essential, paintbrush, essential, clean water, essential. And then I've got my embossed baubles, and you can see these are the ones that I started to paint this morning. So I'm going to paint this one and this one. I'll do this one in a solid colour, and then I'll do this one in two colours down here. So I'm just going to pick the colour that we want for the bauble. You know, pick any colour you like. It's entirely up to you. What should I go? Should I go orange or yellow or green? Or should I go green? Go green?
Green. I was thinking orange, but go green.
Oh, yeah, I can do orange.
I like the look of the orange.
Okay, I'll do orange. For you, Ben.
Thank you.
Would you like neon orange or orange?
It was the bottom one, the neon orange. I was, yeah. But only do it if you want to do it. I don't want to.
No, I want to do it for you, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Right, so you're going to a little bit of water and keep mixing the paint till it feels like double cream.
Yes.
Because you don't want it doesn't want to be liquid and it doesn't want to be dripping off your brush. So it needs a goodly amount of pigment on there. And when you've got that, you can then take that to your bauble. There we go. Right, so over to the bauble, and then what you're going to do is just on one edge, take the colour. Just trace the design of the bauble around using the brush. And we're going with intense colour on one edge.
And that is your 5 you're using there? The
5.
Brush? 5.
And the level, the detail in the emboss here really does let you glide your brush around it so that you're not catching the base card underneath it, because it's so raised. Even though I'm pushing the bristles on there to follow that curve round, the bristles aren't hitting the card below because of the depth of the emboss, which is absolutely great. And then what you're going to do is, to make it feel really 3D, you just on the opposite side, going to pick a small area and do the same thing. But you don't do the whole bauble, and I'll explain why in a second. There we go. Okay, so once you've done that, you clean your brush. Really do clean your brush, get it nice and clean. So you want all of the paint off. Take your brush to your kitchen towel, take most of the water off. So you want a damp brush now, not a wet brush. And then you start to pull out that colour into the rest of the bauble. So you can see how we're doing that. We're just bringing the paint in. So I'm not going back into the paint palette, I'm just bringing the colour out. And then when you feel like you've got a solid colour, you go to clean your brush again, and then continue to bring that out so that it's softer in the centre, which you can do there. And then do exactly the same at the opposite side. So damp brush, not too much water, pull the colour out.
Yeah.
See how it joins up in areas? And then into the centre, bring that colour, and it gives you the 3D bauble appearance.
Brilliant.
Now, if you feel you need a little bit more intensity in the colour there in the centre, just take some of the excess water off with your heat gun. So you're not drying it fully, it's just if you've got any little puddles of water which would mix, just take the edge off it, for want of a better word. With your brush again, go and pick up a little bit more of that colour. There we go. And then you can bring in a little bit more deep colour if you want to, if you didn't think you had enough. Then clean your brush again. Always clean your brush and always use a damp brush, not a soaking wet brush. And then pull that out a bit further. And you see, I'm already feeling I like that a little bit better.
Yeah.
Clean your brush again. Fill in your preserved highlights, so just move that around so that it mixes together. And you can see how it's starting to come together and feel like a 3D painted bauble. If you want a little bit more colour here, you can pick up a tiny bit, bring it in. What you're trying to do is maintain a dark area and a light area to the centre for that 3D look.
Yeah.
So apply a little bit of deeper colour there, clean your brush again, and then with a damp brush, bring that colour round, and then you can use your heat gun to dry it. There we go. See, did you see how the colour darkens when it dries?
Yeah, especially you can see at the top left there, yeah.
It's always the case. While your watercolour is wet, you can be forgiven to think, I need to add more colour, more colour, more colour. Doing it like this, drying it in between, you can see really changes the look and feel of that. Because
looks like it's got more red on my screen now.
Yeah, it removes the water and lets the pigment settle on the design, and you get that lovely 3D look. I'll show you how to trace it with a metallic marker in a second. I'm going to show you how to paint a 2-colour bauble down here now.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to use a pink and a blue. So I'm actually going to use this really neon pink, because you couldn't get more pink than that, could you? And we're mixing it to the double cream consistency.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pick a side of a bauble and just do exactly what we've just done by painting that colour around the edge. There we go.
What's your second colour going to be?
Think blue.
Okay.
Now when you're picking your colours, use the same, just Google yourself a colour wheel and pick colours on the same side of the colour wheel. Don't go across the colour wheel horizontally or vertically.
Right.
Because if you do go across the colour wheel horizontally and vertically, for example, that would be a green and a red, they're opposite each other on the colour wheel, so they're complementary colours if you're doing a colour scheme at home in terms of home decor. If you do that in painting, you'll get brown.
Right, yeah.
So stick to the left-hand side of the colour wheel. Imagine a vertical 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock line on your colour wheel, and then stay to either the left or the right of that.
Okay.
And you'll be okay when you're picking your colours. So now I'm going to pick a nice blue. Let's go with this one. Actually, I'll go with this one up here. It's already activated. So double cream again.
Is the watercolour palette laid out in a particular way? Do you have all of like your sort of blues in one place?
There's an insert with it that tells you the colours.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, there's an insert that tells you the colours. And then you do on the opposite side of your bauble exactly what you've done with the pink, leaving it white in the centre. Just trace your blue around.
Kathy Lamb's joined us. She says, oops, I missed the watercolour Tara free bundle. You can't be slacking when Leann is on. No, you can't. When Shivs is in town. Very quickly, but right at the start of the show, isn't it?
Right, there we go. Right, so I've got it half blue, half pink. Then you clean your brush. So you see I'm taking all of the colour off my brush and I'm using my kitchen towel. I'm taking most of the water off. Then what we do is exactly as we did for this bauble here, we drag the blue out into the centre with some water, about halfway again or just over. There we go. There we are. And then you do the same at the opposite side with the pink.
Oh, this is a lovely combo. I think I'm liking this more than the blue and yellow combo, actually.
And bring it over to, are you?
I think so, yeah.
Bring it over to the centre.
Yeah.
So you see I'm moving it out. I'm keeping it very dark pink at one side. I'm bringing the pink towards the blue and then the blue towards the pink. And as they start to meet in the middle, and notice I'm cleaning my brush every time so that it doesn't mucky it and overwhelm it.
Yeah.
As I start to bring that into the middle, I get a brand new purple where the two have overlapped.
Oh, yeah.
And you can bring a little bit more of that colour in if you want a little bit more of it in the pink there to the purple. There you go. See there, it mixes that a little bit more intensely. You can bring it into the centre. And then you can do the same in the opposite direction, but clean your brush every time you do that. And then you don't muddy the design and you get the very clear difference between the two different colours on the side, but you mix a new colour in the centre.
Yeah.
And it looks 3D. And when you're happy with it, dry it.
And then last time you just decorated the kind of detailed one of the metallic markers, didn't you?
Yes, exactly. And the fine tip metallic marker is the one that you need.
Yeah.
Ooh, just threw that at myself. So we can use silver or gold. I used silver before, so we can do gold this time for a little change. Why not?
Why not?
You need a scrap piece of paper, and you do need it to be quite dry when you're doing this. So give it a nice dry. There we go. And then with a scrap piece of paper, there's a piece here. Move your water out the way so you don't knock it over, because I have history of doing that. Start your gold on a scrap piece of paper till you're happy with it. Oh, sorry, there we go. And then you go to your embossed pieces. And because the embossed areas are so high, and this is a beautiful fine tip on this marker, you can trace over those raised areas with precision and get beautiful embellishments on your baubles. And you just trace them over. You can rub them over with a little bit of gilding wax if you want to, but if you want them to be really precise and clean, it's best to do it this way.
Thank you also to Carol, who says, I'm going to be practicing this technique this week. Saving the show specifically for the painting. I'm so excited. Yeah, add it to your playlists or just make a note of date and time so you can come back to it when you get your folders. And Michelle says, the watercolour is lovely. It's been a fantastic show, this, honestly. It's been so many hints and tips, and I love the fact that, you know, Leann's been able to do a bit of what she planned, but then also kind of help you guys out as well with everything that you needed to see and know. That's what we're all about.
It is. It's all about you seeing how versatile it is and then giving you the tools when you get them home to get the most out of them.
Oh, good question from Beverly, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever asked this before. So she says, do you need to put paper under your painting project like when you do your alcohol colouring? That's a good question.
No, not at all.
No?
No, as long as you need it to be non-pop, like you need a glass mat or a craft mat. You don't want it to be a porous surface, so it needs protected from the water, but you don't need to worry about the ink going through like you do with an alcohol ink. It's different.
Good question, Beverly.
Very good question. So I'm just picking up all of the embossed details with my little gold marker, you can see there. And because it's got that really lovely fine point, it's very, very easy to do. There we are.
That is beautiful.
There we go. And you would just do all of them in the same way, the stars as well. Pick up all the little bit of background details, pop a little bit of emboss on there if you want to. You can add a few of your gems on with your gem tool if you want, and that's what you're going to be able to create.
Absolutely incredible. And if you want more, you're hungry for more when it comes to inspiration with these embossing folders, we have got launch party coming up at 5 o'clock this evening, so just over an hour's time. D-Rob will be in the house. So, you know, when we get a new launch, obviously Debbie's got to show you her take. So she'll be in, she'll be in giving you her take, which is nice again. So you get all of the inspo from Leann. Debbie will show you some more ideas, and that will be loads of inspiration and ideas then across the day today. And of course, in that show a little bit later on as well, things like your Christmas tag dies, the top and bottom dies, and also your Christmas stamps from the weekend. But just having a quick look here with Leann, is that a bit of glitter?
So I've glossy highlighted the berry that I watercoloured. So I've done one and sprinkled some glitter on because we talked about doing that. The bottom one is glossy highlights only. And that just shows you what that can look like on top of the berry. It looks really great. And I know we've only got a couple of minutes left, but I just want to show you this technique because when you're putting your glossy highlights on the berry, what I don't want you to do is touch the nozzle on the watercolour. Just let it drip on. And so your nozzle is never touching the watercolour underneath, so it's raised. Because if it does, because this has got water, it's wet, it's going to reactivate that paint and you'll lose the dimension between the dark and the light where you've done your berry. So that's what you do. You just lay it on top and then leave it alone. And when it dries, you'll get a beautiful raised dimensional glossy berry.
Perfect. Leann, thank you for a fabulous show. I've really enjoyed it. In fact, 2 shows. When are you back?
Do you know, I don't know. I'll be back. I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm not on tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Hey, something big coming tomorrow.
I'm not on tomorrow.
But?
Because I'm being a grandma tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what it is. But I'm going to be here in video form. I've recorded it today. I'll have the same top on, so you'll know I'm telling you. And it's big. It's massive.
It's Sheila and me tomorrow with Digital Leann with something that you will not want to miss. It's a launch day tomorrow, 2 o'clock. I'm saying no more. And on that note, massive thank you to Leann, and I will see you back here with Debbie in an hour's time. Until then!